because oh my god. In the beginning, it was pretty rough in the beginning, but people, and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Segen, and welcome to day 13 of Vlogmas. So in today's video, I'm gonna be sharing all of the tools, all the products I use to create YouTube videos. I've been getting asked this question a lot as far as what camera I use, what lighting I've been using, so I want to share all of that with you guys today. In case you guys are creating a wish list and want this for Christmas, I've created an entire list in the description box below, so make sure you guys check that out. But I'm actually really excited to share this with you guys because I know that some of you guys want to create a YouTube channel maybe for the new year, and if you are, or you want to start making TikTok videos, or if you want to create more Instagram posts and things like that, I've shared everything I use, from camera, lighting, tripods, mics, all of that. And I've also shared the software that I use to edit my YouTube videos and edit my thumbnails. So make sure you guys stay tuned for that. But before we get started with all of that fun stuff, I want to give a major shout out to the following people right over here. Thank you so much for liking, commenting, and subscribing to my channel. It really means a lot. If you want a post notification shout out like them, all you have to do is click the notification bell, let me know you're a new subscriber in the comment section down below, and I'll give you a shout out on tomorrow's video. We're at the halfway mark of Vlogmas now, and it's insane how time is flying by, so make sure you subscribe and let me know if you're new to the channel in the comment section down below. All right, so with that being said, let's get started with today's video. So the 3 things you need to get started is a good camera, good lighting, and a tripod. That's pretty much it. Like, when it comes to recording not only YouTube videos, but when it comes to Instagram videos and even TikTok videos, all you need is those 3 elements and you're good to go. So to get started, the first question I always get asked is what camera I'm using. And up until recently, because as you guys know, I just got the iPhone 12 Pro yesterday, literally. So I haven't been really posting content using that camera, but that is well on its way, trust me. But recently I've been getting asked a lot about what camera I use and the quality of videos that I've been putting out recently. And that's primarily the Canon G7X. This camera goes everywhere with me. It's like phone, wallet, keys, and my Canon G7X Mark II. This is a vlogging camera that's super popular, like in the YouTube space. It has been updated since, like there's a Mark III that has come out that has minor upgrades. For the most part, a lot of people, most of your even favorite YouTubers use this particular camera. I absolutely love it because it's a point and shoot camera. Like, I don't have to switch out the lenses or anything. It's just pop it in my bag, go do my errands, as you guys see with like my vlogs and stuff like that. And I have content, I have something that I know is good quality always with me, so that's why I like to use this camera when it comes to my vlogs and things like that. But over time, I feel like I'm going to be using my iPhone and my Canon camera interchangeably, because sometimes this camera battery dies, and it dies quite often, unfortunately. So if you guys decide on getting this camera or adding it to your Christmas wish list, I would highly recommend adding an extra battery to that wish list as well. That's what I did a couple of Christmases ago, because I knew I needed an extra battery, because the one thing that's really irritating for any type of content that you're doing is right when you're in the middle of shooting something and the camera dies, it's annoying to wait the 20 minutes for it to be recharged again. So I would highly recommend, if you guys are using any camera, whether it's the Canon G7X Mark II, like the one that I'm using right now, or a Nikon, or whatever the case may be, always make sure you have 2 batteries, because it will drive you insane if you have, like, for instance, if you're doing a makeup tutorial and half your makeup's done and you're just waiting for the battery recharge. It's quite annoying. And that was advice I got from like a random YouTube video I watched years ago, something similar to this, where it's like, hey, to get started on YouTube, this is what you need. And it was like the best advice, because it has come in very clutch. So as I'm recording videos, I always make sure the extra battery is either charged or being charged while I'm recording. So another camera I do have is the Canon T6i. This camera is awesome if you are just starting out. It's a part of like Canon's Rebel series. They've had like a ton of these, like the Canon T7i, the Canon T3i, and things like that. This particular camera is good. However, because it's on the heavier side, I don't pack this when I'm doing errands and things like that. So this is primarily at home. I used this camera recently in my iPhone unboxing video because I wanted to try out recording with 2 cameras, which I thought was really cool. So if you haven't caught that video yet, watch that video. It was super exciting to record, but also it's also a challenge to edit. We'll talk about editing a little bit towards the end of this video, so make sure you guys stay tuned for that. But as far as this camera goes, I find that if you're starting out when it comes to content creating, anything a part of like the Rebel series is great because it's affordable as well. So this is a great camera. If I were to recommend any camera for somebody that is starting out, like let's say tomorrow, I would highly recommend the Canon G7X Mark II. It is great quality. The price point right now I feel is a little bit lower from when I bought it because again of the upgrade to the Mark III. The only thing about this camera is the battery life is not that great and the audio is not that, it's okay, it's decent, but you can't put in an external mic into this camera like you can this camera. So that's the only thing I wish it had. I wish I could put an external mic because I do use mics for my videos, especially for my get ready with me videos or my try on haul videos. You guys will always hear like a different audio quality when it comes to those videos because I use an external mic, which we'll get into next. But I promise you guys this camera is worth it. It's my favorite thing. And I would highly recommend you guys getting it for Christmas or for Boxing Day. If you guys are in Canada, look out for Boxing Day sales for this camera and hopefully you guys get a deal. Another camera I would highly recommend is whatever phone you have and using that camera. If you're just starting out when it comes to content, it's nice to practice recording yourself using your phone camera and then see how comfortable you are in front of the camera. And also try out some editing, editing apps that are already built into the camera. Like for instance, the iPhones all have iMovie for free, so you can always use iMovie and just get started on the basics of editing. I find that that has helped me, especially in the beginning. I really didn't know much, and when I look at old videos, I'm just like, oh my god, why did I do that? Why was it like this? Why did I edit it this way and stuff like that? So it's wherever you think you are, you will improve over time, so just start. But when it comes to editing apps and stuff like that, I would always recommend something that is free, which is iMovie, and then moving over to Premiere or Final Cut Pro, whatever your preference is. But using your iPhone is something that a lot of content creators do, especially during Vlogmas, I've noticed. But the quality of video on these phones, especially recently, is amazing, so I would highly recommend it. Okay, so we talked about cameras, now let's talk about lighting. So I have my ring light right over here beside me. Whoop. Ah. Okay, so I have this guy right over here, this ring light. I'm clearly not using the ring light right now, however I use this ring light for all of my videos. Like this ring light is pretty basic. I checked to see if they still have this available. I got this ring light, I want to say back in 2016. Unfortunately, they don't sell this ring light anymore. However, I did see a similar ring light that they sell on Amazon that it's decently priced, so I'll leave that link in the description box below for you guys. But this ring light literally replaces the sun for me, because when I first started using this ring light, I used it the same way anybody else would use it. I would mount the camera right behind it, and then all you see is just like this bright light around my face and it dark in the back, and I really didn't like that look. I just thought it was very, I don't know, it just didn't really work for me. So what I decided to do moving forward was mount it very high and then have it kind of coming in as like the same way the sun would come in through my window, if that makes sense. If you guys watch my try on haul videos, like I'll insert some examples and some clips here. It might look like I have soft boxes and things like that, but it's only one source of light, and it's literally just my ring light. So I use this for my TikTok videos. I use this for all of my YouTube videos, my try on haul videos, my get ready with me videos, all of that. I literally mount it as high as I can. That way it kind of balances out the room as opposed to having it right behind the camera, if that makes sense. So that's what I use for lighting. So I will definitely link some examples in the description box below. I wouldn't necessarily recommend using soft boxes. I used to use soft boxes. I had to put them down in storage. They take up way too much space. They are on the more affordable side, but I just can't. It's just way too much, and the setup literally, yeah, I had to stop using soft boxes. But if you guys are interested in getting a ring light on the more affordable side, I will leave a similar one to the one that I use in the description box below. So moving on to tripods, I love my Manfrotto tripod. It is the best. It's what I'm using right now. I use it religiously for try on hauls, for my cooking vlogs, for everything. Like, I use this tripod for TikTok videos, you name it, I use this tripod all the time. And if you guys are in the market to get a tripod, I would highly recommend a tripod that is lightweight. I find that the more expensive the tripods are, or the ones that are on the more expensive side, the lighter they are. So the Manfrotto tripod I got at Best Buy a few years ago. It was on sale for, I want to say 115, maybe 120, but it's literally something that I've been using for the past 4 years consistently. I use other tripods as well because sometimes I don't necessarily need a very tall tripod. Sometimes I like to use this other Manfrotto tripod. It's like a mini tripod for my Instagram videos and stuff like that. So sometimes when I'm on Instagram Live, I like to use this little iPhone stand. Very generic, I got it off of Amazon. And I attach it to my tripod. I let it kind of stand. Actually, you know what? I can set it up right now. So I just set it up like this. And that's how I record a lot of my Instagram live videos. When I'm on YouTube live and stuff like that, I like to have it stand like this. If I want something a little bit taller, I use this Joby tripod. I wouldn't necessarily recommend the Joby tripod. It's like, it's not consistent. Like, I feel that this one moves around a lot, but it is good. Like, it's okay. But if I were to recommend the Manfrotto or the Joby, I would definitely go with the Manfrotto. It is the best in my opinion. I just wish this one came a little bit taller, but it's okay, it'll do. So I just like to have it as a mic stand as well, and then have it sit on a table like that. And then I'll record my mukbang videos and things like that. So tripods are a must. A tall, small, whatever the case may be, you need a tripod for like creating content. If I had to choose between the three, this would be the one that I would choose because I can always collapse it, make it smaller, make it a lot taller, and things like that. So I would highly recommend the Manfrotto tripod. And again, I'll leave a link in the description box below, so make sure you guys check that out. Okay, so we talked about cameras, we talked about lighting, we talked about tripods. The next thing we're gonna be talking about is mics. So I use 2 mics. So the mics that I like to use is the Zoom mic and the Rode mic. Both are external mics, however, this one you need a separate SD card for, whereas this one you can actually hook up to your camera, and the camera's audio will now be this nice clear audio. So that's why I really like this mic. However, the challenge that I'm dealing with right now is the camera that I'm using, the Canon G7X Mark II, doesn't have that auxiliary input. So what I was talking about earlier is it's just a little bit frustrating for me because I do want to improve audio all the time, improve my video quality all the time, but this particular camera is limited when it comes to that. The Canon the upgrade to this camera, the Canon G7X Mark III, does have an input for auxiliary. If I'm not mistaken, I believe it does, but the issue with that is they don't have a stand to keep like the mic kind of sitting nicely, so it's annoying. So then that's why I'm left with using this mic, but because it's a separate mic, it has no connection to the camera, I have to use a separate SD card, and it's a different file, and sometimes I forget to hit record, which is incredibly frustrating, especially if I finish recording something after like, you know, an hour, 2 hours at 12:30 at night. Like I've been there a few times, I've cried, it's frustrating, but it happens. Whereas this mic, what's really great about it is once you hook it up to your camera, it turns on and then it turns off with your camera. So there's no issues with forgetting to hit record when it comes to using this mic, because it does all that for you. It's like the best thing. A really, really great investment if you're interested. It's the Rode Mic Video Plus. So it's actually, this was actually a Christmas gift a few years back, and this is like my favorite thing. I have a dead cat with this as well. If you guys don't know what a dead cat is, it's like the fur for like when it's like really windy outside. Anywho, this is one of the best mics. It's the best, the best, the best. Okay, so before we wrap things up, I want to talk a little bit about editing. So when it comes to editing software, I love to use Final Cut Pro. Final Cut Pro is something that used to freak me out. Like, I remember I would open up my computer like years ago, open it up to Final Cut Pro, and then immediately shut it off because I was so like intimidated by all the options and I didn't know where to start. But YouTube tutorials really, really helped me out. And honestly, making mistakes along the way has helped me out as well. It took me, oh my god, I can't tell you, like it used to take me like a week and a half to like edit a video. Now it takes me a couple of hours, depending on how long the video is. It just takes me a couple hours to edit the video. It really comes with practice, trial and error, like finding like your own sort of style and, you know, adding things like always having my handle on the screen, you know, transition, sound effects and stuff like that. That has always come over time because oh my god. In the beginning, it was pretty rough in the beginning. But as far as software goes, I do use Final Cut. iMovie is definitely something that I would highly recommend if you don't have Final Cut Pro. And also if you are just starting when it comes to video editing, I would start with iMovie and then kind of move on to Final Cut Pro or Premiere, depending on like, you know, your comfort level. But Final Cut Pro is like the best. I do get frustrated with Final Cut Pro at times, but overall it's like the best editing software for me. I know exactly where everything is. I know exactly what to do. It's not foreign to me anymore. It's like the best. So I do use that to edit all of my YouTube videos, and I also use it to edit my Instagram videos as well. So when it comes to editing and creating my YouTube thumbnails, I like to use Canva. Canva.com is probably like the greatest gift. It's free. They do have like a paid feature of like Canva to get like more, I guess, like text, fonts and stuff like that. But what they have for free just blows my mind. Like, it's the best thing. The intro to my Vlogmas videos and the outro to my Vlogmas videos I actually created myself, and that was all on Canva. So oh my god, it's like the best thing. So I would highly recommend using Canva. I always use Canva for my thumbnails. I also use Photoshop a little bit for my thumbnails for fonts and stuff, but because with Canva you're kind of limited with what fonts you can use that are free. So I like to go on Photoshop, create the font that I like, and then import it over to Canva. Another great app that I like to use for my thumbnails is this app called Over. It's the best. Like, check it out. I like to use it for my Instagram stories as well, to have like a bit of a background when I do reposts and stuff like that. I will dedicate an entire video on Instagram and how I do photo editing for my Instagram stories and photo editing for my photos as well. That will be a separate video. So make sure you guys give this a big thumbs up. That way I can do another video like that for you guys. So that wraps up today's video. I hope you enjoyed it. Remember to give this video a big thumbs up. I hope you guys are enjoying these daily vlogs. We're halfway through Vlogmas. Secret emoji for today is a camera. So leave a camera in the comment section down below and I'll respond to your comment. Remember to subscribe to the channel. We're almost at 60K. And remember to check out the description box below because I've linked all the equipment that I use down below for you guys, so make sure you guys check that out. And if you guys want the post notification shoutouts, all you have to do is click the notification bell and let me know you're a new subscriber in the comment section down below, and I'll give you guys a shout out on tomorrow's upload. So with that being said, I love each and every one of you. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys on tomorrow's video. Bye.